Hi, my name's Hannah, I'm 15 and I'm about to start my third year as a member of Trafford Youth Cabinet. Getting young people's voices heard is something that I've always been incredibly passionate about. Politicians need to remember that we're a part of the population too, and they can't just ignore us because we don't vote. Representing young people is something that I have a lot of experience with. Locally, I'm part of Trafford Youth Cabinet, where I meet with a group of young people on a weekly basis to discuss issues that affect young people from all across Trafford. I'm also part of a national group of young people working to improve the CAMS service. CAMS, or the Children and Adolescent Mental Health Service, is something which most of us can agree is not in the best state. The waiting lists are ridiculously long, and the care whilst you're there is not necessarily at the best standard. Myself and another young person, who's a member of Trafford Youth Cabinet also, have been working to create a pledge for schools about mental health. The aims of the pledge are to help break down the stigma surrounding mental health, to help break down the barriers built by the confidentiality policy in schools, and to help to improve the general support system that schools offer, as we know in some cases it can be incredibly inconsistent and not of a good enough standard. As NYP, my main focus will be to improve the mental health and well-being of young people in Trafford. Everyone has a mental health, and everyone knows someone who's affected by a mental health problem, be it yourself, be it a family member, or be it a friend. They're incredibly common, and it's something which is becoming even more prominent in today's society. I hope that as NYP, I'll be able to do work which helps to tackle the stigma surrounding mental illness and to help improve the care and support provided to young people in Trafford. Thank you for taking the time to listen to me, and please vote for me as your NYP.
Take a look around you. Where are you and why are you there? Most likely you're in an assembly and have been told to watch these videos. You probably don't even have a clue what an NYP is, and you probably don't really care. But you've been told to stick a name on a sheet of paper of someone you've never heard of and don't know. So I have 2 minutes to tell you why you should vote for me. Trafford Youth Cabinet, the group of people I'm part of, and have been for the past 6 years, act as your voices when it comes to changing things in Trafford. We're here to give young people's views on what's going on in Trafford and make sure that young people aren't totally left out. The NYP is still part of this group, however they take your voices a step further, representing all the young people in Trafford at UKYP Parliament. So, now you have a generalish idea. Why should I be the person that you vote for? Well, having been part of the Cabinet for 6 years now, it's safe to say I have the experience. I know what I'm doing and know the best ways to get things done, and the people to contact to ensure that they are done. I plan to work with you and for you. My ideas for this year are all around improving things in schools for young people, whether it's bringing in school councils to places that don't have one, helping schools break the stigma of emotional health and well-being, or anything that you as young people think needs changing. Schools are a large part of every young person's life. We spend about 6 hours there every day, and that's why I believe that it's important that school listens to what its pupils have to say. So my 2 minutes is running out, but there's just a few things that hopefully will convince you to vote for me. I've put in so much work to the Youth Cabinet over the past 6 years and had some really amazing experiences, which I'm really grateful for, and this would be the perfect way to end my last year and a half before I go off to uni. For me, Youth Cabinet is about giving you guys a voice and letting you be heard.
My name's Lauren Barkley, I'm 17 and I live and go to school in Trafford. Vote for me as NYP and your voice will be heard.
And I can find a faith in days I've wasted being around.
My name is Marika Rita and I am 16 years old. I would love to represent you in the UKYP Parliament elections this year. I've been part of UKYP Parliament for 6 years now, simply because I love it. But I don't feel there's been a big enough change made in Trafford, and that's what your representative should bring. My experience with Youth Parliament and Trafford Youth Cabinet has demonstrated my commitment, reliability and dedication. And that's what you should expect. But these are just words. You don't need me to boast about achievements. You need someone who will actually make a difference. I want votes at 16 to happen. It should happen. It isn't fair that in some aspects of society we're treated as kids and in others we're treated as adults. If we're expected to pay the full adult price at 16, then we should be able to vote. But to be honest, the thought of some of my friends voting scares me. What do we know about today's politics? Nothing. And a way to solve this, a better standard of political education in schools. We don't need to know about David Cameron's personal life. We need to know about the decisions he makes that change the way we as young people live our lives. I mean, if we're able to sleep with our MPs, then surely we should be able to vote for them. And as for transport, I think we can all agree these companies are getting a little bit greedy. Can you believe it costs £6.50 on peak times just to get a return ticket from Timperley to the city centre for all those who are over 16, and £2.60 for those who are under? I personally spend over an hour of my wages to and from work. Is this really encouraging us to go out and get a job? We're being forced to work just to afford the ridiculous transport costs. At the same time, the government is expecting us the same education until we're 18. Maybe the solution isn't the vote at 16, but in fact waiting until we're 18 to be charged an adult price. Young people need to be treated equally and fairly. We're not second-class citizens. I will use my role as your representative to make this happen. My name is Marie Caruta, and I would love to be your representative in Youth Parliament.
My name's Nick Brown. I'm 13 years old and live in Sale and go to Sale High School.
Hi, I'm Nick Brown. I'm now 16 years old and still attend Sale High School. A lot's changed since I was your MYP in 2013. Today, I'm going to show you that I will do my very best to represent you in 2015. In 2013, I pledged to you 3 main manifesto issues. They were transport, community bonds, and promoting our youth service. Over my year, I debated across the country and even in the House of the Commons on transport, and I also gave evidence to the Youth Select Committee on the issue. I believe this helped me and Trafford Youth Cabinet tackle problems within the transport sector. I believe I played a vital role in helping develop our community bonds within Trafford and working with different stakeholders which have helped us become the organisation we are today. Finally, I pledged to help promote our amazing youth service. I've done this on a number of different levels across the service, including presenting their annual celebration evening on 2 occasions. My main manifesto issue for this year is national minimum wage. If you were to leave school today at 16 years of age, you would be earning £3.79 an hour. That's £2.71 less than a worker over 21 doing exactly the same job as you. This is clearly ageism and clearly wrong on all levels. On top of this, I will continually listen to your views on my online presence on Twitter and on the Youth Cabinet's Facebook page, and on a face-to-face basis with young people across Trafford. Overall, I believe you should vote for me as I'm the right man for the job. So vote Nick Brown for Trafford MYP in 2015. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Robert Bailey and I'm running for Member of Youth Parliament. The reason I want to be a Member of Youth Parliament is because when I was younger, I never thought, even though there was a Youth Parliament around, I didn't think that those people actually did what we need. And there's lots of things that I didn't know that were out there. You should vote for me because I will support your needs to get those views of yours across. I will keep thriving for those views to be put forward for you and your peers. The main experience I have to become a Member of Youth Parliament, I run in a lot of forums, I lead a lot of groups with young children. I'm going to strive to help with health and education in your area for young people. I think it's crucial for young people to have a decent environment to grow up in. I think the main reason for young people will be more services or activities outside of school to help and infuse young people. And if you make me a Member of Youth Parliament, I will make that one of my crucial goals. I think my personality would be determination, willingness to experiment, logical, and to fight for what is right, especially for young people. I think I am creative, we're good at management skills, a good leadership, as well as that I do have good debating skills. I do get my message across clearly to people. I can get your views across straight towards the people that need to know it. Thank you, you young people. I hope you agree with all the things I've just said, and I hope you vote for me.